Hey creative friends, it's Gwen and I am back today with another scrapbooking process video. Today's share is for Cocoa Vanilla Studio and I'm using their gorgeous Sunkissed collection for this one. So I have pulled out all my pretty bits and bobs, I've sorted things, and I do have a plan. I think I'm going to say I'm up to layout 2 or 3 with this collection. And I'm loving it. It is so fun, it is so bright, and such a happy collection to work with. So I can't wait to dive in again and document a couple of photos of my husband and daughter Caitlin. Okay, so yes, here is the plan. I do indeed have 2 photos for this layout. They are both square, and I have this large title cut file that is from Cut to You, and I've mounted that up on some foam, and I'm going to position the photos on the left there and the cut file on the right. And I am going to fuss with this for quite some time actually, because I want everything to be centered top to bottom as well as left to right. And that takes a little bit of fussing and a little bit of fiddling and quite a lot of measuring, but I do end up getting it exactly where I want it to be, and I do lock that all into position just with some double-sided flat tape for the photos, and then, yeah, as I said, foam tape for my title piece there. Now I have mounted all of this onto a pattern paper from the collection called Just Chillin', and in fact it's the A and B side of this pattern paper. The wood grain is the B side and the A side are the clouds that you see there. So if you want to recreate this layout, you will need 2 sheets of that one pattern paper. Okay, so now that my background is locked into position, my photos are there, I've got my title all locked down, it's now time for the fun stuff, the extra fun stuff, all the embellishing. And this collection has so many really sweet embellishments to choose from. I really love this part. I have done a quick sweep through the embellishment pack. That one's the die cut embellishment pack, and I've pulled out a few elements from that one, including the sunshine, which does end up staying there. Who would have thought? The first place that it is positioned, it does get locked into there. I'm also using the little banner piece that you see there that says on vacation. So it was perfect for these photos because we were indeed on school holiday break. I've also pulled out a bunch of the florals from the die cut floral pack. So in this collection there is a packet that is just die cut florals, and there's a really lovely mix of colors and sizes in that pack, so they cluster really easily, they go together really well. So I am going to use quite a few of the little floral pieces on my layout, and I am also really just keeping it pretty simple. I'm going to let what's already on the page guide me for my embellishment clusters. So if I'm not sure where I should put something, I'm letting what's already in position guide me, and I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the flow of that. So even there where you see I'm placing the flowers, I'm doing that in the center of the die cut, the cut file there that's already there. I'm not trying to fight with what's there, I'm just going along with what's already locked into position. And I am going to go with, it's not really rule of thirds visual triangle for this one so much. It's more, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I end up with 4.5 clusters, which sounds like a lot, but they've only got a couple of pieces in each. And you will see I have kept a lot of this footage in so that you can see how I build them and how they come together. While I do that, I will quickly tell you about these photos. They were taken a few months back. We were out and about in our 4-wheel drive. We had planned on just taking a day of exploring, really. We knew there was a lot of bush tracks where we were going. It's national park, but a lot of the tracks and things aren't like on maps, so you just sort of have to go along and just see where the day takes you. And it was really nice. It wasn't the best day actually. It was a bit overcast, which is why I actually like the clouds in the background there. But it was just, yeah, just a fun, adventurous day out and about, and I did manage to have a chance to take a couple of photos of my husband and daughter, and that's them both there in the pictures. And I think this collection just goes so well with this kind of photos. So yeah, this one came together really easy, and I do love how it turned out. So back to the layout, and I am going to begin to lock a few things into position. I'm working with the larger pieces first because they're going to be the base of the embellishment clusters, and then I will move through to the medium sized and then the smaller sized embellishments. I have also added here, you'll see that little white and black type sentiment. That is from the accessory sticker sheet. You may have noticed that I don't write my journaling on the fronts of my layouts. I tend to journal on the back. So any words or text that are on my pages, I really need them to help support my story, and I need to use them to help tell the story as people are flipping through the album, because they don't have the journaling there to read. And I really love that these do that. There's so many different little verses or little lines of text that you can add to your page. They're a really, really nice finishing touch. It's also at this point that I pull out some of the puffy stickers in the collection, and that little rainbow above the word on vacation, that's one of those. And I do go and use these. These are the wood epoxy buttons. They do come on a foam pad, so you can pull them from the sheet and attach them straight to your layout. I just tend to find that they're a little bit high with the foam, so I just pull the foam off and then add them with my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. I am also going to add some of that adhesive to the back of the puffy stickers, just to make sure that they're stuck for forever. It takes me the longest time to decide where an element should go. I really don't want to remake my pages, so I'm a little bit over the top with my adhesive, but yeah, I just pop a little bit behind them just to make sure that they're not going to go anywhere into the future. So I'm going to add a little bit behind there as well. That embellishment cluster on the left is going to help balance out the page. So the right hand side of the layout is very embellishment heavy with my title and then the sun and the flower elements there. So I did need just something a little bit to the left there to help balance things out. You also may notice that I did switch out the flower in the top O with Go. I switched that out for a heart. With the flower up there, it was looking a little bit blocky, so I did switch that up. And I am going to add in a couple more of these sentiments that I love so much. This one says, let's get away. And there's one more that I add, sun and fun. And then this one at the bottom says quality time. So yeah, like I was saying, they really helped me tell my story and support what's happening in the photo. So they're really good for that. Now it's at this point that I do feel like I need to add just one more element to the cluster on the left, and it's going to be one of the epoxy wood buttons. And I feel like by adding that, it helps draw the eye around the page, and it also helps balance it out, because all of the different elements like a flower, a button, a die cut and a title are all in that left hand cluster that are also on the right. And yeah, for me, it just finishes it off. The little button says, hey. The one near the, a sunshine at the top, that ends up being a little rainbow. So that's super cute. And I do fuss a little bit with that die cut heart and a couple of other elements, but they don't go on. I end up pretty much keeping it as you see it here. So as always, I will leave you with some still images at the end of the video. You can see all the layers and all the details and the die cut pieces close up. If you like the way that I scrapbook, or the way that I chat about the way that I scrapbook, I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions at all about the supplies that I've used or how I've created the layout, Happy to answer them below. Leave them in the comments. And thanks for being here, my creative friends. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.